Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to what may turn out to be one of the loneliest and saddest The Wicked Wild Campfire Tales. Um, Psych! It's me and Jeff, just the two of us again. You know what happened last time? It was just me and Jeff. We were talking about aliens and the Kraken having sex. What happened the time before that? We were talking about the P Boys. So, you know what they say when it's just Eli and Jeff, there ain't no rules.
I miss the old P boys.
You miss the old P
Yeah,
Boys?
yeah.
Let me
They
ask,
were
let me ask you a question. Do you
uh
want to be one of the old P boys? Like, would you, if you could be that guy that's just like, I'm gonna pee on everything? Would you be that guy?
probably, yeah. And if it weren't for this accursed civilized society we live in.
Oh my god! So yeah, so this is Campfire Tales. It's me and Jeff. Just the two of us, as the song goes. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing all right.
You
Doing
all
all
right?
right, It's just hanging out here waiting
All right.
talk about this nonsense as usual.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm sure. You know, I'm sure we'll tame down the shenanigans.
I don't know about that.
I feel like I got to figure out what our thing's gonna be this time because I feel like there's always one thing we get in trouble about when it's just the two of us. It
Well,
was first it was the P
I
boys.
think I already know what it's gonna be. So
So I'm so excited, so
based on
excited.
based on the global region that we are taking this information
Hmm.
from this week, it's probably going to there may have to be some editing involved
Yeah.
in this
You know
in
what?
this
This is it.
episode.
This is an edit free life. Edit free life. You know what I mean?
It's raw. Yep.
Uh, so last week on the main show we talked about the early 2000s creature feature flick Cloverfield.
Boo.
Which is based off kaiju, which is a fictional Japanese large, city destroying monster. So I thought this week on Campfire, why don't we talk about some real, because kaiju's aren't real. That may shock everybody. But I figured we'd talk about some real Japanese monsters and demons from
Mhm.
their
Go
lores and legends.
visit our friends in the east here.
That's right, the
Let's
land of the
see.
rising sun.
Mhm.
Before we get into it, Jeff, have you ever seen Cloverfield?
I have. Yeah, I saw that
Do
movie.
you like
hmm
it?
I thought it was all right. I mean, I don't know. It's just it's weird. It's one of the weird movies where I don't understand. It just doesn't seem like a horror movie to me. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, no more than like Godzilla King of the Monsters is a horror movie. You know what I mean? Like
right.
it's more like a natural disaster movie. And just because they did it all shaky cam, like running around, like doesn't make it a horror movie.
The
So
first movie with T.J. Miller, my guy. Huh? Isn't that doesn't that mean something in your heart?
I mean, it doesn't make it a horror movie.
Well, no, but it's got T.J. Miller in
I
it.
didn't say. I mean, it's fine. It's a decent
Yeah,
movie. I mean, I didn't hate it or anything. It just
yeah,
wasn't really a horror. I wasn't scared. So,
yeah. Nah, well, I mean, nothing scares you.
well, I am an Iron Man. So,
Mhm. So,
well,
before we go through this list, Jeff, I gotta ask, how much do you know about real Japanese monsters, myths, spirits, and demons?
uh, not as much as I maybe should. I know about Japanese candy. Um,
Yeah,
some
okay.
yes, you can get some. There's a store by where I work that sells a fair amount of different types of Japanese candies. Um, I know about Tamagotchis. I had one of those when I was young.
Oh, okay, okay,
Um, I know about Team Ninja, who makes the Dark Souls games.
okay.
And
Are
I
they
know about.
Japanese?
I think so. Or no, they're Korean, huh? They I don't know. They're ninja. I know about ninjas. I mean, ninjas are from Japan, so
Okay,
I know
okay,
about
okay,
those. I know about JRPGs,
okay.
which are Japanese RPGs.
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
Um,
uh-huh.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to name all the
You know
Japanese
what's
things.
weird? None
What's
of those are Japanese lores, legends, or monsters. You're like literally. I'm waiting for it to be like hibachi. I know about hibachis. Uh,
I there's a Ninja Hibachi out the road here. Yeah,
yeah.
I know
Hey,
about that.
there is one which we're not going to talk about tonight because it could be its own episode. But there is one Japanese kind of demon monster that you do know. You just don't realize it's real.
What's that? The
Nine-tailed
Oni?
fox spirit from
Oh
Naruto.
yeah,
That's actually a
Naruto.
real thing. Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
remember.
knew. I knew it was
Yeah,
I just didn't think of it. Yep.
last summer they during an archaeological thing they found a boulder that was sealed, marking it like one was sealed in there. And as the archaeologists were cleaning up, they somehow shifted it and cracked it in half and said, if that spirit's in there, it got released. So
It's out now. Yeah.
welcome to 2023.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Seems
But
reasonable.
I just feel like if I was an archaeologist, and I came across something that was like, hey, this could be cursed or it could release a demon. Like, I mean, yeah, it may not be real, but why risk it?
Yeah, I mean, this was it. The same guys that dug up the mummy? Is that who,
No, because they all like most of them died. That like unearthed King Tut
was like the one guy that's left. He's like, oh well, I'm just gonna keep being an archaeologist. he's like,
oh, my friends died.
He's like, everything's. He's like, who dodged the bullet on that mummy? And then he like breaks his rock. He's like, ah, damn it.
I thought for sure if I went to Japan, this wouldn't be an issue.
Clumsiest archaeologist on the planet. Hey.
Yeah. Like like you watch movies like Indiana Jones, like he makes it look cool, but like I feel like I'd be scared.
It's not that. Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I feel like
I know about samurai swords as well. So.
Once again, not a demon, legend, or monster. So,
are fedoras Japanese?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, don't think so. Don't think so. I think this episode's turned into, does Jeff think it's Japanese or not? That's what this episode's turned into. Oh my god.
That'll have to be the next one. Is this Japanese? Like, and we can have a little quiz about it.
That'd be a different podcast. We do like a game show, like that Netflix show where like, is this chocolate? Which I think is a Japanese. It's originated as a Japanese game show.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. That's a pretty. Yeah, I like that. Like, or is that no? I'm thinking of one like, is this cake? Which is kind of basically the same thing. Basically where they make like these cakes that look like real stuff.
The game, the Japanese game, like is this chocolate, right? They put you in in a room, like they'll have this room, like
you got like bite stuff, right?
You basically have to go as long as you can biting stuff, and as long as it's chocolate, you keep going and you're winning. But some stuff are real, and so like you might be like, oh, I'm gonna bite this doorknob real hard, and then break all your teeth out. You lose the game.
Not only do you lose, but you lose your teeth.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like if you're gonna lose, like we don't want none of this, like trophy for everyone thing. Like, if you lose, there's got to be a loss. Down. Yep. You know what I mean? All right, cool. Well, hey, you want to tell us about some Japanese monsters?
Yeah, let's head down this list here and see what we got.
I'm going to apologize now. I guarantee you, I will not pronounce a fucking one of these right. But let's get the first one. The first one.
Is it ironic that people are watching us on the internet yet you know nothing of the internet? Is that?
It is ironic, right?
I don't know if that's ironic or sad. I guess it can be both. Right?
I like to think that an added entertainment value to this show is by me embarrassing myself with my lack of pronunciation skills while also butchering other languages.
Okay, got it.
As entertainment value.
But I mean, you don't discriminate. You butcher the English and other languages. So
I mean, I can't speak any of them. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I should probably just speak in grunts.
Yeah, you know, just hold up written signs.
Well, I wouldn't spell anything right then.
Well, that's true.
So no one's gonna even know. They're still not gonna talk about. Yeah. Like, what's he saying? I don't know. Just throw a banana at him. So this first monster, which literally translates to sickle weasel.
Okay. Hold on, are you giving the real name or are you doing both the translation as well?
If it has a translation, I'll do both. Okay. Some of them like don't have a direct translation because they're like names, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But some of them are like what they call them is like in this case, what I'm about to tell you about sickle weasel, it was like the words for sickle weasel. But like,
got it.
If some of them have a proper name, then there's
now. Yeah.
Right. The Japanese word for it is kamatachi. Translate to sickle weasel. Basically, there's only 3 of these sickle weasels. There's 3 of them. Some believe they're brothers. Some believe they're triplets. Basically, all they do is they just go around and cut people's legs off.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. They the first brother knocks the person down. The second cuts off their legs. The third one sews up their leg wounds so they don't die.
That's nice of them. I mean,
it is said they move so fast that they cut off both your legs and have your wounds sewed closed in a blink of an eye. So you don't even know. Like you're just
What
standing
happened?
there
You're
one
just like, hey,
second,
boom, where'd my legs go?
next second, where's my legs? Um, so they're not real sure. Like it's weird is that like
do they do it for any particular
they don't
reason?
know because they disappear after they do it. So like some people are like, oh, they're evil spirits because they Lieutenant Dan you, as the kids
yeah,
say.
yeah. Uh-huh.
But some people go, well, how can they be evil if they take the time to sew up your leg holes?
I mean, I still feel you can probably be evil, and if even if you know how to sew, I mean, that doesn't
But
really
like, if you're truly
uh,
evil, are you gonna take time to stitch someone's leg holes up?
after you cut their legs off.
Yeah.
Yes, you're still evil.
All right. Well, I gotta ask you that. You know, what's
I
more
mean,
important?
it's not like they like go around and like for people that get in accidents or something and help them
Oh,
out. Like that's
like an
that's a
ambulance
different
service.
yeah, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's you know.
Yeah. I gotta
This
ask them.
seems like this is like they're like the U.S. government, so they perpetuate wars and then
Uh-huh.
make money off wars. So
Oh, okay.
you
So
know,
like basically they're just cutting off legs to sustain their
yes, their
wound
leg,
sewing
yeah, their wound
business.
sewing
Oh,
business.
okay.
Yeah, mhm.
Okay. What do you think they do with the legs?
Probably just got a big pile of them someplace. I
It's
assume.
just like throw them in like a rock
Yeah, or
quarry or
maybe
something.
they're making really tall stilts out of them. Like, okay.
But like, would you see those then? If there's just like a leg, giant
Well,
leg
they're not
still?
wearing them yet. They're still making
Oh, okay.
them. Yeah.
You know what? I feel like this creature would be real easy to prove if people randomly just started missing their legs.
Yeah, if is there like a missing leg epidemic in Japan?
That
I mean,
makes
like, is that a thing?
Mary keeps saying she wants to go there on a trip, and now I feel like from like
Yeah,
you do know like at any moment
your legs should just be gone.
your legs
Like,
should just be gone,
and you just got sewed up
and they're sewed
stumps or
up.
whatever. Yeah,
Hopefully, they're good sewers.
yeah. It doesn't really say, huh? It doesn't
No. Do
say
you
if they're
think?
good or
Do you
not.
think
Did
they're
they
hygienic?
did they fix your pants for you as well?
It doesn't seem like. It seems like they just sew up your leg holes.
So like, there's just a bunch of people with cut off jeans
Right.
rolling around in Japan everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
How would you get home? 'Cause it's not like you got like a wheelchair or anything on the go right there. Like you were
mhm.
walking 1 second.
Yeah,
Now you're
yeah.
just laying on the ground with leg stumps.
Yeah, that's a yeah. See, yeah, they can't be good. There's no way they can be
Yeah.
good. They're not doing a public service.
I mean, no. I mean, but the thing is, like, they don't even do it to your face. Like, they're not even like, hey,
Mhm.
watch me cut off your legs. They do no blink eyes, so you can't see them. They run away with your legs.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
What
and
if you
like,
could set a trap for them?
I don't know, but like, it's not even like they do it cool. Well, I don't know though, because like they knock
Do
you
they use a
down.
samurai sword to do that?
It doesn't say. It just says one. No, they use a sickle.
Sickle.
Yeah, so like one knocks you down, one cuts your legs off with a sickle, and the other one sews up the wounds.
Wow.
So like they don't even do it while you're standing, so like you fall dramatically.
Yeah.
They literally like knock you down and like cut them off while you lay on the ground like a big baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Little bastards.
Are you afraid of it?
I don't know if I'm afraid, but I'm definitely not gonna. If I'm going to Japan, I'm wearing shorts. That's for sure. That way I don't ruin my pants. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, that's your answer to that. Well, the best I can do is just wear shorts. Well,
Yeah.
or what you could wear jorts. I feel like those would be too long.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
But plus that no, I mean that's probably how you ward them off. Like
If I
they're
wear
like
jorts.
that dude is a douchebag. I'm not cutting his
Hey,
leg.
did you ever have a pair of jorts?
I did not ever own a pair of jorts.
Are you sure?
I'm positive
Okay.
I've never
Okay.
owned a pair of jorts.
Okay.
Like, hold on, it's cold. Let me zip my bottom of my pants back on here.
And like, you know what's weird? They always made them look like khaki pants.
Yeah, yeah.
Which like, what young kid wants to wear khaki pants?
I mean, what kid wants to wear jorts? I'm not.
Hey, I'll be honest. When I was a kid, that's when they made the revival.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Did they make a revival or did somebody just make them again? Like
I
I
think
mean,
someone made them again.
I feel like revival is a pretty strong term.
Someone made them again, and luckily, I was too poor to afford them. So,
Okay.
which at the time I was like, "Oh no, I can't get a pair of jorts." But upon looking back, I'm like, "Thank God I couldn't buy them
Yeah, yeah.
because now there's no
I wonder
pictures
if you
of
can
me."
get them now. If anybody out there has any, send me some.
But why would
I
you
don't know.
wear them?
If somebody sends me some jorts,
You like, would
I'll
you
get to-
take the legs off though?
I'd take one leg off.
I feel like you would have to do it in
Or
public.
just unzip them part way.
Oh,
they're
like have an
hanging,
air
like,
flap
yeah,
over your
they're
cap?
They're hanging
Okay.
by a thread. Yeah, like
Okay.
and they don't even zip up in a cool way. Like there's this big seam across your knee. Like
Right.
you know?
And then even when you like take the bottom parts off, you have to take your shoe off.
Yeah.
and it had that weird lip. So then you're like, look
Mhm.
like you're wearing like weird flood pants.
Yeah,
Not good.
those were not a good idea.
And I always watch people like if they decide to zip them back on, they always struggle. It seems like they can never get the legs back on.
Well, yeah, because it's like around. It's not like it's not like a jacket where you just got
Yeah.
one zipper. You got to like line up around the portion around your leg to try. Like
Hmm.
the whole thing is just bad.
And if I remember, the zipper always started in the back.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like the worst possible place.
yeah. They were just bad all around.
Man.
Maybe it's made by these sickle weasels. Maybe they're a George manufacturer. You know what I mean?
That's why they're getting legs so they have models.
George Bicycle Weasel. Yeah, they're trying to get they need different size legs so they can measure the bottom part of the jorts. Like, you
That explains why they knock you down first. They don't want you like they don't want to
know?
break or like you to land
Right?
on
Yeah,
destroy them.
yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
we'll knock him down. He lays down. Whoop, you know. I mean, should they like you think that instead of like just sewing you up, they'd also pay you for it? But everybody's like, ah, well, we
Oh
won't let
no,
you bleed to
no.
death.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. I think this one you might find more interesting.
Than that, okay.
Yeah. This one is named. And this is a person niche. Their name is Juro Gumo.
Okay.
Uh, Jorogumo is technically a giant spider, but it has the ability to give the appearance of being a beautiful lady. Sometimes she's feeling freaky and she'll walk around with the top half as a beautiful woman, the bottom half as a giant
As a
spider.
spider. Yep.
Uh-huh. And her whole deal is she just likes to go around in any form. So, depending on whatever her feelings are,
Mhm.
and use her spider abilities to seduce men, wrap them up in her web, poison them, and then eat them.
Eat them.
Yep. Yep.
So I feel like it takes a certain kind of person
Uh-huh.
to be seduced by a half spider lady. You know? Like,
Well, sometimes, well, here's the thing though, right? Sometimes she like if she feels like maybe she can't seduce, which all right, her other ploy is to pretend to be a woman holding a baby satchel.
mhm.
And then as a man walks by, she'll be like, "Oh, can you help me, my baby?" And then when he looks, she unwraps it and here's a bunch of spider eggs that scares him. And then she wraps them with web, poisons them, and eats them.
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
I mean, why does she have? Why bother becoming a half spider? I don't
That's
like.
the one I don't understand. Like I like it like maybe like she's bored. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna challenge myself today. How many men can I pick up?
Like who? Right?
Like
Who's
on
she
top,
doing
spider
that
on the
for?
bottom.
Who's she
Huh?
becoming half spider for? You know? Like,
Yeah. You know what's weird? She's a giant spider when she's in her spider form.
yeah,
So
yeah,
does that mean she's when she does half that she has a giant spider body and then just like regular little
yeah,
small
yeah,
average human sized top? Once
yeah,
again,
yeah, yeah.
who is that gonna like who's that
Who's
gonna
that?
seduce?
Yeah? Who's doing it for?
It's
Who
like
is that doing it for?
let
You
me
know?
climb up this 4 story spider leg to get to that half human on top, that half
Well, no,
girl.
giant spider. I mean, giants relative to the size of the spider, right? So like a
Oh,
giant
so it could
spider is
be
like horse size or whatever.
yeah.
You know? Like the
Yeah.
what's them? There's some things in D&D. They're the driders or whatever they are.
Yeah,
They're like kind of like
the
half.
Driders,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. There's like I don't. I'm imagining that this is probably based that there's a lot of other things based off of her because that's not the first time I've heard of a half spider,
Yeah.
half lady. What is it?
Seducing people.
Well, I mean, usually she doesn't have any shirt on, so I mean,
Well, it sounds
uh,
like
what if
if
she's
you're
just like, what if she just ducked down behind a bush and you just see this top half of a naked lady
and
behind a
like weird
bush?
spider legs poking out
Well,
beside
no,
the bush.
well, I mean, it have to
That'd
be a
have to
pretty
be a
big
pretty
bush, I
big
guess.
bush, yeah. Hey, uh, you know what? The other thing I don't understand about her, she wraps you in a web, then poisons you, then eats you. Why not just wrap me in a web? Like, why do you also have to poison me?
What's that? What spiders do, right? So they poison you to keep you so you don't
Well,
struggle, and then
well, they
you
they
know,
they poison you first so you don't struggle, and then they wrap you up to save you for later. But she does it
yeah.
backwards.
Well, I mean, maybe she's dyslexic. I don't know. There was this movie. What was it? Lord of the Rings. I think had
Yes,
a spider like that in there,
she
right?
loved, yeah, but she was
Mhm.
just straight spider,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
maybe she was just in spider form. You don't know.
But like, I feel like not to seduce, but I feel like you would freak people out more if you were just like giant spider body and just random half woman top
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
stuck to the
Mhm.
top of it. Like I feel like that would scare me more. Like I'd be like, oh my god, it's a demon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas if it's
Like,
just a giant spider, I'm like, no, it's just a giant spider.
well, just the giant
It's just a
spider.
giant spider, you know?
Like, who glued that lady to that spider?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm like,
Like,
that seemed like a bad idea. Or is she riding the spider? Like, is her legs
oh
just tucked
yeah,
in
yeah,
somewhere?
yeah.
You know?
She just has like a spider disguised saddle.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what I feel like for both of these so far? Not scared. I just have a lot of follow up questions.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
there's a lot to unpack with
You know what I
these
mean?
guys. Yeah.
All right, let me ask this. Who do you think's winning a fight? Sickle Weasel, Giant Spider Lady.
Sickle weasel.
Really?
Yeah. They're
That
super fast, right? I mean,
but it's
their
got
speed
cut
really
eight
does it.
legs.
And that they can't people to cut legs off. You can't really seduce them. I mean, I feel
I guess
they're
that's
like
true.
they're like
But they're
the
not people
John.
legs though. Maybe they don't like them.
Well, they just wait for her to change into a lady, and
But
then I wonder is it like a Pez dispenser? If they cut two of her woman legs off, is she just gonna like two more are gonna pop out? You know what I mean?
until she uses
If
up
she
all
has
eight.
eight total, yeah. Is it like a
Yeah,
cat in her nine lives? You know,
that's a thought.
hmm.
Hmm, hmm,
It's something. That's
You know what? Let's go to the next one. I think the
okay.
next one that more questions. We want something that we're like, oh, it's scary,
We
right?
get some concrete evidence.
This one might scare you more. Do you like trains?
Not particularly.
Well, you're really not gonna like them after this.
Okay.
This is a spirit that is feared. Um, mhm. They call it her name is Tiki Tiki
Hmm.
Tiki Teke Teke. Um, she was the spirit. She's a spirit of a girl who was walking one day by the train tracks, tripped on the train tracks. A train came real fast, cut her in half.
Okay.
Okay. Now, after death, she carries around a scythe or a scythe or how you say it, sickle, basically, a long sickle. And now she crawls around train tracks with her long sickle. So as
God.
people walk by, scythe, as people
They're
walk
different.
by, she can cut them in half.
Jeez.
Uh-huh. Also, this one, I don't know how to this next one. Hey, Cassie, let me ask you this question before I take
Yeah.
this next one.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, do you like taking a poop? Like, is that like a peaceful time for you? Take a poop, play on your phone,
Yeah. Generally
relax.
speaking, catch up on
Yeah,
email. You know.
yeah. So you
Yeah.
would assume I'm assuming like no matter where you poop, it's same thing, like right, same thing.
I mean, I'm a little more guarded in public
Well, I mean,
restrooms.
I'm
You
not talking
know,
about like
I
a
mean,
Walmart bathroom, but
nothing,
like,
nothing's more comforting than pooping in your own bathroom. You
what
know, it's
if
like being
we
wrapped
said
in a warm blanket.
a
You know.
train bathroom?
Ooh, I don't know.
You're on a
That's
train, riding on a
that
train,
just
and you're like,
seems like there's anxiety.
oh man, I have to poop.
Hmm.
Okay.
I
There's
mean,
been
you got to
many,
poop. You got to poop. You
yeah.
know, what are you
Mhm.
gonna do?
Well, there's many reports that as she's crawling sometimes, she manages to appear on traveling trains. And as you are sitting on the toilet taking a poop, she will open the door, cut your legs off, and then leave.
Wait, cut your legs off or cut you in half?
Well, if you're pooping, she just cuts your legs off. I'm assuming
Jesus,
because since she's crawling, she doesn't have legs,
she
she can't
can't get
reach
to
your
your
half.
torso.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So she just cuts off your legs while you're pooping.
yeah. I mean, that's just ignorant. You
My
know.
first thought is, why don't you lock the bathroom door when you're taking a poop?
What are you doing with your life? Yeah,
Rookie
you're
mistake.
like one of these guys. Like
Rookie
don't let
mistake.
them lock the stall. You know,
Hmm. Rookie mistake.
and we all know ghosts can't open doors. So
No, ghosts can't open doors.
no, they can't.
Well,
Ghosts can't open
if you
doors.
don't lock it, they can use their ghost
Well, yeah,
ability
Well, that's what I mean. If you
Yeah.
lock it, the ghost wouldn't be able to
Oh,
get in.
right. If you lock it, the ghost can't open doors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody knows that. Or put a book put like a little coffee table from it.
Mm-hmm.
I would,
Anything. Yeah.
yeah.
Put a
Or like,
VHS tape in front of it.
do you think? You know what? Come on, guy. Come on, guy. How dare you? That's the second legend that's about cutting off your legs. But only this time it's more personal because it's cutting off your legs while you're pooping.
While you're pooping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this those other three sister? Is that who she is? Like, yeah, I mean,
Like the weasels, the sickle
yeah,
weasels.
she's like related to
Well, no,
them.
because like they're fast and she just has to
Or
crawl around on her
maybe
stomach.
she was like the fourth one and she decided like to have a solo career and just branched out on her own, you know?
You're too slow and like we're uncomfortable
Yeah.
with the fact that you bother people while they're pooping.
Yeah, they're like, look, you're
Yeah.
out. You're like,
Yeah.
we can't just hang around bathrooms all day.
Because I imagine a train bathroom. I've never been on a
It
train
has to be
bathroom,
small, right? It's
and
like
it
an
would have to
airplane bathroom.
stink. I
Yeah,
think, right?
yeah.
Because it's basically just
I,
a tank full of like fermented
right,
poop.
right.
You know?
Yeah, I haven't been on a lot of trains. I
I
mean,
mean, either.
there's a lot in Japan, right? 'Cause, like they're um
Yeah,
especially around the city and
yeah,
stuff,
right,
like, you know.
right.
So, yes, I mean that seems. I mean, have there been a lot of people found in bathrooms with no legs? I mean, is that
I didn't see many reports of that. No,
okay? All right, well,
but that's people always say that they know somebody that knows somebody that
right,
happened
right.
to.
That yeah,
You
maybe
know,
it was just pooping
taking a
really
poop
hard.
on a
Their legs
train
flew off. Like,
for a ghost girl who's crawled on her
yeah,
belly
yeah.
with her sight just swinging wild.
You ever think she like goes in and she's just like, nope, can't do this one. Somebody just
one of those poop that
just
like
fucking laid it out, like, you know,
like all those Taco Bell poops where they painted
yeah,
the walls. Like,
yeah. It's like nope, nope.
I feel like I would
It's
just be like, the last place I'd want to be is like in a train bathroom. So I'm like, no, I'm just not
yeah.
gonna.
Or you just like you come out of there after destroying it, and she just like follows you to your room. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
I was gonna cut your legs off. Do you know how bad that stink?
yeah.
You didn't wash your hands.
Yeah, yeah. Like she's just like the bathroom attendant. Like,
Oh my god. So, which one is worse fate for you out of these three so far?
has to be the pooping, right? I mean,
You
that's
think
vulnerable.
yeah.
That's vulnerable. The
Yeah.
other ones, I mean, that like the other two you can kind of do something about,
Right.
You know.
I mean, you
But,
really
like,
can't do anything about sickle weasels.
well, yeah, that's true. I mean, the spider lady, it's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go try to have sex with this half spider lady. But yeah, I mean, you're vulnerable.
Mhm.
You know, your pants are down, literally.
Yep.
You know, so
You can't
I
run.
think, yeah,
You're
yeah. I think.
fitting, yeah.
I mean, I'm more disappointed in this lady
Oh,
than
really? Just
scared. You know?
disappointed?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, come on, come on.
You think
At
she's
least,
a pervert?
well, what else would she be? I mean, like.
That's true. That's true. Hey, let me ask you this.
She's definitely not a well-adjusted member of society.
No. No. Let me ask this though, right? You and I, we end up always talking about bodily functions. If you had to go in an arena, are you either want to fight the P boys who are going to be trying to pee on you any chance they get, or the ladies gonna wait till you're taking a poop, cut your legs off?
I mean,
Who's gonna fight?
if it's an active arena, I'd say the lady, because like, I mean, you could probably hold in your poop for a while. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you get an upset stomach, but you know,
Yeah.
it's better than losing your
Unless
leg.
they slip X-Lax in your water.
Well, that's different. Is that like the Joaquin Phoenix and Gladiator when he stabbed him with a knife? You know,
Drink this water.
he's like, it's chocolate bar. Trust me.
Oh man. Hey, you want to talk about the next one?
Sure. Let's move
right.
on from this one.
This one, you know what? This one is going back to simpler times.
Okay.
Okay. This one is pretty straightforward, and I feel like it's real easy to like understand and know what to do if you see it. Okay.
Okay.
This is also a spirit, and it's called Gashadokuro. Gashadokuro. It's a giant skeleton spirit made of the bones of anybody who's ever died of starvation.
Jeez.
And basically, these bones just wander around till they find somebody, grab them, bite their head off, and then drink their blood out of their neck hole until you have no fluid left in you, and then it pulls your bones out to add to itself.
Hmm. So this seems like a pile of confused bones, right? So
Mhm.
it died from people that starved, but then it keeps adding bones of people who it killed.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that's,
correct. A
I mean, like pick a thing,
little selfish, right?
like pick a thing. That's what I'm saying. Like
Right.
you can't do all the things, Like next thing you
Right.
know, you should be like, oh well, this big pile of bones is creeping around the bathroom, cutting people's legs off, is pooping.
Get
It's
their
like
leg.
yeah. It's like pick a thing,
Yeah.
like.
You know what? I don't want to give this one any more credit, like any more attention,
Yeah,
because you're
just
right. It's
pass.
selfish.
We're done with you, guy.
Selfish. Wow.
Like pick a thing.
Selfish. Wow. You know what? I think you're right. Um, I think you'll like this one better.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, this is called the Kata Kirawa. Basically, it's the anytime a baby pig dies,
Hmm.
it becomes a ghost, with the exceptions. Um, well, there's three things that's different about it once this baby pig becomes a ghost. It can only have one ear. So baby pig dies, becomes ghost baby pig, loses an ear.
Okay.
It can cast no shadows.
Okay.
Okay. And it has just a little talent, if you want to call it, a little ability. The sole purpose of this thing is to try to run between people's legs, because when it does, it steals its soul.
Whoa.
Uh-huh. And also it doesn't like to be alone. So what it likes to do is team up with other baby pig ghosts. So that way when they
Hmm.
run through an area, it's harder for people to not have them run through their legs. So they're a baby pig ghost herd.
Hmm.
So they can steal all the fucking souls in town.
Okay.
Um, and they're coming through your town, uh, because you'll hear the loud, haunting sound of many tiny, squealing dead pigs.
Oh, what's the difference between a sound of a live pig and a dead pig? Is it?
They don't really describe that, but like, would it be like,
Yeah.
"Meh, oink, oink, oink,
Yeah.
oink,
Yeah. I don't.
oink"?
Yeah. Like, is that like that? That seems weird.
Yeah. You know what's weird about
Why?
this?
That's
This
just what everything is
Well,
that
besides that, but like, I feel like there's an overcompensation here, right? Like, you have the ghost of the baby pig that has the ability to steal your fucking soul if it runs between your legs.
Yeah,
Seems like
that's
a little
pretty. I
much,
mean, like
right?
it's a ghost pig.
Right.
I mean,
It's not like it's a
I,
ghost of a baby dragon or something.
yeah, it's just like a pig. I mean, I had some pig for
Mhm.
breakfast this morning, so I don't like. I'm not sure what's happening. Like,
Yeah.
what is that like? Is there like a delicacy of baby pig? Like, you know how there's like veal and like, you know what I mean? Is there
Not
like
that I know
something?
of.
So how are all of these little baby pigs dying? Like, is there,
Maybe like they got kicked in the head or something.
I mean,
Or maybe they were taking a poop on a train.
pigs are pretty resilient, right? Like they're
Yeah.
pretty
Well, I mean,
hardy animal.
when they get
Yeah.
bigger, like baby
Yeah, but I
pigs are
mean,
kind of they're like small and weak and stupid.
well, it's a baby anything,
Yeah,
but I mean,
right.
there's just it's a general statement. Pigs are fairly resilient,
Right.
So you have to believe that their babies are a little more resilient than
Oh, I know. No, no, no. It's kind of like
well than
they're
other things. I mean, because they're a pig by nature. You know what
yeah,
I'm
but they're
saying?
real small. So like they're all the time picked off by like coyotes and wolves and stuff like that.
So why don't they go haunt coyotes? Like, I don't.
Well, maybe that's why they're still in Seoul, so it gets super powerful.
Do they level up when they take this steal
Maybe,
soul?
maybe
Like,
because why? What else are they gonna do with it?
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
they just yeah, they're just like, well, I got a soul. All
Yeah,
right,
like
like.
they fucking collect them or something.
Do
Like
they
they,
like do they move on to the pig heaven after they get a soul? Is that what it
I
is?
no, it seems like they literally just run
It's
from
just
place
like
to place,
stealing people's
trying to
souls.
run between people's legs to steal their souls.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah,
I don't know if I like that one.
yeah. You know what though? That one might be too heavy for you. Uh, Surprisingly, apparently Japan has a large number of monsters, ghosts, and spirits that deals with poop time.
Really?
You want to talk about another
Wow.
one? Another
Yeah.
one with poop time?
Sure.
Okay, okay. Let's forget about those pigs. I don't want you upset.
Mhm.
Let's talk about Akamoto. So Akamoto is a spirit that literally all it does is it walks where there's bathroom stalls, and then while you're taking a duke, you'll get a knock on your bathroom stall. Sometimes it seems like it just opens the stall while you're taking a
Hmm.
poop.
Yeah.
Sometimes it knocks, right? So when it
I think there
knocks,
was an Alcamado at the seedy bus station. I was at.
well, maybe because after it knocks on there, it and you're like, oh, occupied, or like, go away. It's like it wants to ask you a question, and
Huh?
it asks you, would you like red paper or blue paper? The thing I don't understand about this, what if you just like saying none apparently is not an option.
Hmm.
So you gotta pick one. If you say red paper, uh your flesh automatically just slices into ribbons and you bleed to death.
Wow.
If you say blue, you're strangled to death. If you pick any other color, the door busts open and she proceeds to drag you to hell.
Is it a lady?
Uh I see it
Guess
both
she.
ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently there's also variants that says um like if you say red, they'll also just skin all the or flay all the skin off
Play
you.
out. Yeah.
If you say blue, they drain all the blood out of you till you turn blue.
Yeah. What if
All
you're just like, I have paper. I'm good.
I apparently that's not an option. Apparently your option is the red, blue, or any other color. So you could
They
either,
just stay there until you're done pooping. Like, what do you like?
I guess, like maybe they don't let you leave.
Yeah.
Or what if they
What
do
if
this? What if they like force you to constantly have diarrhea until you
Ooh,
choose?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
You're like till you run out of toilet paper, and then they're like, "Oh, what kind you want?"
Oh, like you look over and they're like,
Yeah,
oh, do
yeah,
you want
yeah.
red TP
You're just
or
like
blue
you're
TP?
taking a poop, and then they just arm just reaches up and grabs all your toilet paper. And,
Uh, you know what the thing about this is? It makes me scared to death to ever take a poop. Like this spirit, I'd be scared to death to ever
Mhm.
take a shit anywhere in Japan. Cause I'm like, apparently my options are either to be my skin to turn into ribbons, to be strangled to death, or to be dragged to hell.
Yeah, there's no good option.
What
Like,
is my crime? Taking a poop in this
yeah.
public bathroom.
Why did Japanese spirits hate people that take poops for some
I
reason?
don't know. Do you think maybe they're
Seems
jealous because they
peculiar.
can't take poops anymore?
Maybe. I mean, is that a thing? Is that
I don't know.
like is
Well,
that's something that
I know,
like
like if
think
I,
about how many movies would be drastically different with ghosts in them if what they needed to do was to figure out why they couldn't take a poop.
oh
Like
man,
think of like The Sixth Sense or Stir of Echoes or anything where there's like this thing you have to figure out what the ghost wants for them to
it's all
move
about
on.
poop.
What if it was just about taking a poop like the whole time?
You know what though? You might be onto something because like if you think about it, like right, like I always hate when I feel like I gotta take a poop, then I sit
Mm-hmm.
down and I don't poop.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like that's probably what a ghost feels all the time.
That's true. Their just stomach just has that weird
Yeah.
or they just leave ghost farts for their whole
Yeah.
life and they just can't
Yeah.
ever poop.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it never feels like they're empty.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
We might have stumbled on the essence of the afterlife.
Yep.
All
Yeah.
about
What
taking
if
a poop.
like just like if you're like that's hell for ghosts. Like if you die, that's hell. You just feel like you have to take a poop, but you never can. Like it's
Oh,
just you know.
oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
You're...
This is what happens just you and me. Solve problems.
well,
The solve
hey,
problem.
we bring things into the light.
We
That's for
do.
sure.
We
You
do.
know.
All right. All right. Um, you know what? This next one on the list, it's a monster. It's a monster. Like nothing about poop. Pretty just straightforward ish.
All right.
This creature is called a Tsukigomo. And I apologize, I'm mispronouncing it, but Tsukigomo. It has basically it has a lion's body, bat wings. Oh no, I'm sorry. No. It's Japan's version of a manticore. So in
Mm.
Greek mythology,
Okay.
manticore is a lion's
Goat head,
body, bat
dragon
wings,
head.
and a human head, right? Uh, in Japan, the Tsukigomo has the body of a tiger,
Okay.
the legs of a spider
Okay.
and a demon face.
Whoa.
And all they do is eat travelers who appear tired. If you are an unweary traveler,
I've
tired,
I
eat
feel
you.
like I feel like Japan has an issue with people taking breaks, right? Like
Mhm.
don't go to bathroom break, keep working. Don't get tired, keep working. Like,
Yeah,
when
because
you're on that train, you better be working and not taking a poop. Like,
they even say like one of their like in their lore, one of their great warriors, killed one once, and 1,990 skulls fell out of his belly.
Jesus, that's a lot of skulls.
Yeah, that's a lot of like weary people walking.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like what happens if you're not really tired? But you're like, oh man, it's hot. Let me get the sweat.
So it's game over. That thing
That
just jumps out and eats you or whatever, right?
I don't know
Does it
what's
have any like
worse.
special abilities, or is it just like,
I'm assuming it's hella fast if it's got spider legs.
yeah?
I don't know what's worse, the spider legs or the demon face.
Is this that spider lady's baby, or maybe her husband?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe it's her
Probably her
husband.
husband.
Yeah,
Probably her
yeah.
husband, you know.
And he's just like pissed off about her cheating on him all the time. So like that's
And she's like, she's
uh,
always wanted to be a half human, half
yeah,
spider.
yeah. It's like, I'll show her. I'll be a
I think
triple. I'll be three things.
she's mocking me.
Yeah.
Oh God. You know what though? As terrifying as that is, I got one that's worse.
Really?
Yeah. Uh Basically, not only should everybody in Japan be afraid of taking a poop,
Mm-hmm. Or getting
also
tired.
get tired or
Oh man, what if you're tired while you're pooping? Which one gets you?
oh
Like,
man. Do you
I
think they
mean,
fight it out for you?
probably. Like they have to at least do paper, rock, scissors to see, who
Yeah.
wins.
But I
And
mean, well, that's not fair because the one has spider limbs, so it's got no fingers or hand.
well, I mean, it just loses
Wow.
all the time.
Uh,
Yeah, but the one guy just has paper, so I mean, they'd be locked in an eternal struggle.
that's true. Wow.
Think that guy with the red and blue paper has toilet paper hands? Like he just has rolls of toilet paper for hands?
But how would he cut your flesh or strangle you?
It's magic. I mean,
Or what if it's like real tough toilet paper and he paper cuts
yeah,
you to
yeah.
death?
It's like that toilet paper you like at
John Wayne
work
toilet paper.
when they're
Rough, tough,
real.
take shit from no one.
Yeah, when they're too cheap to buy good toilet
Yeah.
paper. It's like that
You can
one
see through
ply.
it.
Like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
probably just got a bunch of that. Like,
Oh man. Well, if you think that's bad, what if I told you you're not safe taking a poop? You're
mhm.
not you're not safe being a weary traveler. You're not safe being seduced by a woman or walking
Or a
along a
spider.
train track.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Uh Now you should fear people should fear having children
Uh oh.
because
I think that's just good advice.
in Japan, there is something they call Senkai, which basically they believe that sometimes when you give birth, somehow you actually give birth to a demon monster and
Hmm.
not a child. But the worst of these demon babies that people can have is called a keke. And what a keke is as the person is giving birth, instead of a baby coming out of them, a lump of flesh with hair and covered in blood falls out and then proceeds to try to burrow back inside of her to murder her later when they're out of the hospital.
I feel like you wouldn't notice that. You're like, oh well, it burrowed back inside. I guess I better go. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's
like that's
weird.
just yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
because I feel like why would they like if that falls out of somebody they'd be like, oh man, we need to move this, not be like, ew, oh my god, it's crawl back in,
Well, that's when, and then like once it crawls back in, they're just like, okay, it's fine.
go home,
Like, yeah, you'll be
go
out.
home. You're gonna be
You're
murdered,
just
whatever.
you're discharged.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what? Don't worry about the insurance charge of this.
yeah, yeah, we got you.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this is pro bono today. Like,
yeah. That's all they do.
yeah.
I don't know what they do after they murder you.
I mean, in all fairness, aren't most children demons? Like when they come out,
Oh, that's true.
so, you know.
That's true. I've walked through a Walmart. I've seen demon children.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
uh,
Walmart's like their spawning grounds for those weird things, like you know.
yeah, maybe. Maybe. Wait, do you think if you buy baby supplies from Walmart, that's how you like complete the spell?
Right, that's how you get it. Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this next on the list might be my favorite one.
Oh, yeah. Better than poop ones.
Yeah, because this one, there's no rhyme or reason.
Okay. There's no
It's
pattern
just
to it.
it's just pure chaos. This monster is called Iton Momin.
Hmm.
And basically it's a giant sentient roll of cotton that it just flies around in the wind. And God forbid, though, if it sees a person, it will fall into them. So that way it can either uh, wrap itself around their head to suffocate them,
Okay.
or get around your neck to choke you to death.
Hmm.
And then when it's done, it just floats off into the wind again.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's all it
So
does.
it's just like a regular piece of cotton or whatever. Like it's
That just floats in the wind. But
or
it
like some kind of weird plant that just gets you. Like
yeah, 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 that's something. It's just cotton. I think it's just no rhyme or reason. And it's sentient cotton, so like it thinks
how
like
would you tell it's sentient though? Like it's just blowing around in the wind. Like you know what
but
I
I'm
mean?
assuming it's like the choking you to death part, you know? They're like, oh, it must be sentient
Yeah,
if
like
it's
what if
choking
it's just like
people.
what if it just flies in your mouth? Like you're like, what if
But
it
you're
could
like,
have
oh,
just
I
got
can't
blown?
pull it
Yeah,
out.
but have you ever like swallowed a bug or whatever?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
probably the same thing. It doesn't mean
All
it's
right.
sentient. Like it's like
Maybe, but what happens if you're like trying to pull it out of your mouth and it keeps crawling down in?
well, have you ever tried to pull something out of your mouth like that you accidentally swallowed? It's
Yeah.
not an easy feat.
No,
I
right.
mean,
So you're
yeah.
saying it's really just idiots who are like
Yeah,
choking on
like
cotton
they're
floating
like
in the
yeah,
wind.
like they're just like going outside. They're like, oh, look, it's a windy day.
And people are like, just pull it out of your mouth. They're like, it's sentient.
Yeah, it's getting me. It's like
Okay.
what? Yeah, I
You
think that one's pretty easily explained. I think like
you uh you got me there. You got me there. Okay. Okay. All right. We got two more here on this list I want to talk about.
okay,
This one, I feel like if you were a demon,
hmm
you'd hang out with these guys.
wow, okay,
These demons, they're called Hyosube. Hyosube. They're short humanoid demons that are known for being belligerent. And typically, if you see them, it's bad news. Everyone says if you see one, you will die.
wow,
If you
okay,
see more than one, you'll die terribly. And if you see them and they seem happy, that's really bad. And it's
I
not
mean,
like
what's worse than dying? Like I don't like.
well, I'm going to tell you, it's
Okay,
going to be shocking.
okay,
The other thing about them is a lot of demons apparently like they don't want to be seen by people.
hmm
Not these assholes. Apparently, they want you to see them. And not only are they going to kill you, but they're gonna fuck with your stuff, which is why they're worse.
yeah,
Which is what they're
yeah.
considering worse
If
than
they're
death.
happy,
Apparently.
yeah.
So uh, uh, one thing is they love eggplants. So if you're growing eggplants, they'll eat all your eggplants out of your garden, right?
Wow, that's a
And the only way to keep them from killing you is to keep feeding them eggplants.
hmm
But they say that only works 50% of the time, and you
okay,
will run out of eggplants.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't I don't really know I don't really know what like how that helps you at all.
What
But
is the correlation? Yeah, like
yeah, but like all right. But the other thing that they do that's considered worse than death is they like to take baths. So
Mm.
what they'll do is they'll break into your house and take a bath, and they're known for leaving large amounts of dirt,
Dumps in the
hair,
back.
and scum
Jeez.
in the tub, and it clogs the drain, so it won't drain, you know. But when they do that, they expect you to bathe in that water all the time. And if you
Mm.
ever drain or clean your tub, they'll kill
Kill
you
you.
right on the spot.
Wow. Yeah.
So either they're
They
gonna kill
probably.
you right when they see you, or they're gonna eat all your eggplants and then
Hmm.
bathe in your water or your tub, make you continuously for the rest of your life bathe in their dirty bath water, or they'll
Yeah.
kill you.
They for sure dump in your toilet too, right? I
Oh,
mean,
for
that's
sure,
you
for
know,
sure. I don't know that because would they be afraid that one of the other demons would come and cut their legs off?
maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they can't take poop because apparently you can't take poop in Japan.
Yeah. I mean, these are demons, not ghosts, right? These are
These are demons, yeah,
demons. Yeah.
and yeah, they're demons.
I mean, first off, are eggplants a big deal in Japan? Like, is that like
I think
something?
they're like a staple vegetable.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Because
I don't know if like necessarily a big deal. Like it seems like they're when I was looking like they're kind of like a staple. You know,
I wonder if you could just like give them one at a time. Like, here's an eggplant, and then like they come back the next day, and
uh,
then
well, it's 50-50. And I feel though that if you only give them one, they're gonna be like, oh, this stingy bitch.
yeah, maybe I
You know what I
guess I
mean?
don't
Like I
know.
feel like a demon's gonna look for any reason to not like your eggplant.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mhm.
Is there any like? Is there any wards against any of these demons?
Uh,
Like how do you
so
protect yourself from?
none of the ones we've talked about so far,
Yeah,
no.
just don't poop on a train. I
Just don't
guess is
poop on a
either
train.
one. Yeah.
Don't poop in a public bathroom.
Hmm.
Um, don't have children.
Hmm.
Uh, don't appear tired while you're walking. Um, don't live around baby pigs.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. It's
Or if you see bones, run away.
yeah. Well, I'm not. That one doesn't even. I hate that one. So
You hate it?
yeah. Hmm.
All right. Okay. Okay. Uh, but this one, it seems like the only kind of ward is hopefully you feed enough eggplants for the rest of your days, or bathe in its. Well, okay, let me ask you this: would you rather it either get into the habit of having to feed it eggplants so it doesn't kill
Hmm.
you, or do you want to bathe every day in its dirty poop water for the
It
rest
has
of
to
your
be
life?
eggplants, right? Like I mean, because
But yeah,
you
eventually
know.
you're gonna run out of eggplants though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's what I said. It depends on how many they eat, right? So if it's a lot, then
Yeah, what happens when wintertime comes? Can't grow no more eggplants.
that's true. I don't know.
But you can always bathe in dirty poop, scum, and hair water,
That's true. It's true. Yep.
and just hope you don't get any of it in your mouth.
That kind of what you're doing when you take a bath, anyway. Like I mean,
I mean, I don't know what happens when you take a bath, but like, I don't have scum, hair, and like dirt in my tub.
well, you're just kind of sitting in your filth. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like,
all right, fair enough. Fair enough. Uh, this last one here, it's I think I saved the best for last.
okay.
Reason being is this monster kind of came like it's more modern. People started believing it, and it took Japan by storm
Hmm.
and scared them in such a way that in the 70s it became standard practice for teachers to personally escort every one of their kids home every day.
Wow.
This monster is called Kuchisaka Onna. It's basically a woman who wanders around near schools wearing a medical mask, like like
Yeah. Yeah.
a paper mask, whatever.
Hmm.
She'll walk up to a kid and she'll say, "Do I look pretty?" And if the kid says yes, she removes the mask, in which at point it's revealed that her cheeks are cut from the corner of her mouth to her ears,
Hmm.
on both sides, like the Joker, right? And then she'll ask the kid, do they still think she looks pretty? And if they say yes, she will cut their mouth exactly like hers.
Ignorant.
So now they don't want you to be polite either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't be like, yeah, you look good.
Yeah. But like they were like somehow for some reason they thought this was true and that this was gonna happen. And they were terrified that it became fair practice for teachers to walk their
Mm-hmm.
kids home every day.
Well, I mean, out of everything that on this list, that's the one that could possibly just be a crazy person, right? I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the other ones could be crazy people too, especially
Right.
the bathwater trio or whatever it is. But you know, I mean,
But like once again though, like that thing's like you're just being nice. Hey, am I pretty? Yeah, sure.
yeah,
All right, what about now?
yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll cut your face.
Is this what Heath Ledger was doing before he
Oh,
started
you son
acting?
of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Yeah, is that like a personal goal for you to step on his grave every week? Not a personal goal
No,
for
I
you.
just know you're in love with him, so I like
Listen,
messing with you.
it's respect, okay? It's respect. All
All
right.
right,
You know what? I hope when you walk in your bathroom, it's full of scummy dirt, hair water, and you gotta stand in it.
that's ignorant.
Well,
Ignorant.
don't take a poop later.
Well, that's all I'm just gonna say.
I say, don't take a poop later.
Don't you take a poop because
You're gonna knock on the door.
I'll text Mary or knock on your door, be like, blue paper, red paper.
Oh my god. But yeah, you know what though? It doesn't say what happens if you say no.
Hmm. It's just like, all right. She just goes cry somewhere or
Yeah,
whatever.
she's
Like,
like, they don't think I'm pretty.
yeah.
Walk away.
Be like, I don't know. You got a mask on. Like, why do
Yeah.
you say that? Like,
Oh, I don't know. That doesn't seem to be an option either. You know what's also weird about these? They're like, they don't give you options. Like, you gotta say something.
yeah. It's
Like
like,
that
do
toilet
I?
paper
Because
one.
I'm
You
pretty sure
gotta
I
say a
don't.
color. It's like,
Like, I don't have to
I
say
don't
a
have to say a
color.
color.
I can just be like occupied. That's what,
Yeah.
because that's what I'd say. Like, I'd be like, somebody's in here shitting, leave me alone.
I would
You
just
know?
make fart noises. I wouldn't talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Just make fart noises. Yeah.
Be like, red, but red, that son of a bitch.
They like smell real
Yeah,
bad.
he's trying to do his thing, and you just keep farting every time he opens his mouth.
You're gross.
Then you just hear him go to the next stall. He's like, Jesus Christ.
And then every like he's closing nothing every time. He's like talking
Yeah,
about
he just
you
gets
still just shitting yourself. It'd be like the one. You know what? I know a guy that can fight her. I know a guy that can fight her, right? Where I grew up, there was a little rinky dink mall, right?
Yeah.
Nearby, like close, like not right where I grew up, but it was close by there. Rinky dink mall. Never really busy or whatever. Interesting folk would go in there, right? And like every time you eat the food court, never sat well.
Mm-hmm.
But the one day, like we weren't great at the food court, but I was like, oh hey, before we leave, I want to hit the restroom. So like I walk in the men's stall or the men's bathroom, and it smelled so bad that I could feel it on my face. You know what I'm talking about? When like an odor is so thick,
like,
you can feel it just like
the air is rich with it. Like,
yeah. Yeah. And I was like, oh man. I was like, whoa. So I'm like, whatever. So I'm like peeing, and you can hear this guy was battling in that stall.
Yeah.
Like he was fighting for his life. There were noises and sounds coming out of there. And I was like, man, But like I didn't want to embarrass the guy. I was trying to be, polite and be quiet. So went over to the sink, washed my hands, and I just hear machine gun. And it was like he said it was like like machine gun.
I like how he fucking called it out.
Yeah, he's like he went machine gun. And it was like and you can almost hear a smack on the toilet seat. And I was like, what the shit? And then I'm like giggling, and he's like, sorry. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Machine gun.
Machine gun. It was just like
Dude,
air from his neck through him real quick.
Dude, I feel that guy's pain. I mean, I've eaten at a we'll just say a chain barbecue place at one point, and I was in the restroom, and it was a public restroom, and it was just me and I went in and I heard somebody else come in, and boy, when it hit me, it fucking hit, and all I heard was dude ran out of there like fucking fast, and I hear the door slam. It was
Mhm.
bad news, man. I didn't call out no machine gun, but
You
it
know,
was.
I feel like that's like that man intimately knew his bowel
Mhm.
movements to
Yeah,
know that,
hey,
like, hey,
he had to be some kind of Shaolin monk, right? He knows his
yeah,
body that well, you know. He's like,
hey, we know this is a machine. I know a machine
yeah,
gun's about to
yeah,
hit.
yeah. Like that's not something you could. That's
No,
not something a normal person
right.
could. Hey, maybe it's like the movie Unbreakable. He's a superhero. Like he's you know,
He knows what kind of force he's gonna
yeah,
have.
yeah. That's his superpower. Like
How would
he
that be
can
useful in
determine.
any situation
It doesn't
besides like
doesn't.
impressing people as
Yeah.
they're like
Well,
in
I
the
mean,
bathroom?
yeah.
Do you think he had
That's
other
really all it could
styles?
be.
I bet you had other
Oh yeah, he
styles,
surely has a whole bunch. Like
Probably a
that's just one.
bazooka.
That's just one of many in his
Yeah,
repertoire.
yeah,
You know, like
yeah,
that's not. It's like you only come with machine gun. You
yeah.
know, that would be lame. Like that's
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Like you just want to be a guy that's like, I got one party trick. This is a
yeah,
machine gun.
yeah. He's like, I got bazooka, I got a bomb, I got
Mhm.
napalm. You know,
Yep.
they got all. He got all the
The
tricks. So.
porcelain slapper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. You know what
Mhm.
I'll say was scarier than all these creatures and demons we talked about tonight?
What's that?
Public bathrooms.
Yes, in general. Yep.
It is
Mhm.
like first off, it's a gamble. If is it
Why
going
are
to even be
people?
clean enough
I
to
don't
go?
understand why people are such animals.
I have no clue.
Like public bathrooms or like using a bathroom and a toilet is one of the things that separates us from the animals, and
Yeah,
it doesn't separate us far enough. It
yeah.
appears because there's like some people that just and like do they not understand how to use a public bathroom? Is that what it is? They just go in
Listen,
and they just
the
don't get it. Like
uh in the company I work for, the last position I was in a different building I'm in now,
Mhm.
and on the floor I worked, like I swear every day, and like the bathroom that was on our end only had one like shitter or a
Yeah,
sitter, like sitting toilet, and like one urinal. And if you didn't use that one, you had to walk like clear to the other side of the floor.
yeah,
And it was like a big long building, so like it was a hike to get to the other bathroom. And so if the urge hit to take a poop, I wanted to do it close by. I didn't have to run to the other end, right? And I swear, every day, I don't know who this guy was, but like you would go in and there would always be shit streaks on the toilet seat. And
yeah.
I'm like, are you hovering and is it coming out like soft serve ice cream? Or
You
like does it blow
build like
out of you like a one of those car dealerships like wiggle men?
put the
Whack
old
you
nest
flavor.
up, like fucking put the
Yeah.
nest up.
Like it was always smeared all over the back. I'm like, I'm not cleaning that. And then I'd have to go and like run, but every day. And I was like, either this guy is streaking this every day, or else the
Yeah, yeah.
janitors are refusing to clean it.
Fucking hovering.
Mhm.
Do the old mummy. You ever hear that one?
The
Where
what?
you wrap your junk in toilet paper so it doesn't get anything.
Wait, like your junk, not your butt?
Well, you can't wrap your butt in toilet
Oh,
paper.
that's
I
true.
mean,
That's true.
you
But you
just
can do
don't want to
the
get any. You don't want no splashback on your
no,
balls,
but you
right?
can do the toilet paper nest. I've done
Yeah.
that.
Well, the nest. Yeah, that's fine.
Because
But
like
you still run the risk. You still run the
that's true.
risk, right? Because especially if you're going hard and heavy and the water
Yeah,
starts splashing up.
that's true. That's true. Because
So,
I've
so
only
not
done it.
only do we bring education about
We
cryptids,
did.
we also bring education about
Yeah,
other things on this
yeah,
show. So,
yeah. Because like for example, like don't be afraid to use the nest. I don't do it all the time,
Mhm.
but I've done it a couple times. One of them was because I stopped at a rest stop in I think it was North Carolina, and it looked like Charlie Manson got done like
Yeah,
carving out the
if you're
toilet
if you're in
seat.
a bad way, yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
need to.
I was like, I'm not gonna make it. I had to do the nest because if not, I was gonna slice my butt cheeks. Because
Yep,
it was like someone sat there with a penknife. Was like, you know what I want to do? Make this toilet
I'm
seat look
carving
like a
up this
tiki.
toilet seat. Yep.
Yeah, and like I was like, they couldn't fix this. Like they couldn't change it, put a new one in
hmm
for this art. What are you doing? Oh man, yeah. You got an education tonight, people. We hope
Yep.
you know that you need to fear taking a poop.
You're welcome.
You need to
That's all I have to
fear
say.
having eggplants in your garden.
Yep.
If you got dirty water in your tub, you're just gonna have to take that bath.
You think they would be satisfied with the eggplant emoji if you just sent them an emoji?
I mean, they can't eat emoji.
Well, I mean, just saying. I'm just wondering.
Do you think it, or maybe it could be any type of squash? Because an
maybe
eggplant a
it's an.
squash?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, it looks like a squash.
Yeah.
So.
Like eggplants
Yeah.
are like yellow, right? Or no, purple, right?
Purple. They're like purple.
So what
Yeah.
if you just
Yeah.
like took any type of squash and just
Just
painted it
spray it
purple?
purple. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, here you go, guy.
Like here's a cucumber and just like spray it purple. Like it's
Like
a
real stupid.
skinny
They just
eggplant.
don't know. Like
And they're
they're
like,
dumb.
mm.
Machine gun.
Dude, I'm telling you, because like I'm just like washing my hands and like it's not even like he said in his normal voice. It was just like this, like kind of like machine gun, like this like whisper. I like came out and stalled behind me, and like I was like confused for a second. I was like, is he talking to me? And then you just heard the like I can't even do the noise.
You should be
Like
friends with that. We need to find that guy and get him on the podcast.
how did you get the
yeah.
rectal fortitude to do the
Right.
machine gun?
Yeah, that's no easy feat.
Because I feel like to do the short bursts like that, like you have to have some kind of like it was like blowing smoke rings,
You got
right?
control. Yeah.
You got some control there.
Loads
Oh man,
rings.
I feel like it's probably the same. Well, I think we made Dave proud tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yep.
This was no rusty sheriff's badge talk, but
It's true.
we talked about some stuff. It's educational. If you ever go to Japan, now you know what to fear
Now
and
you
like
know.
what to
Yeah.
keep an eye out for.
Yep.
I would eat a lot of fiber, so you get bound up for your trip.
Yeah. When doesn't fiber do the opposite?
Well, if you eat too much fiber, then it.
Oh yeah, I guess it's true.
Yeah. Don't look tired anywhere you walk. And if you see women around asking weird questions, don't answer. Just walk away.
Especially half spider women, just stay away from. I think that's probably the biggest piece of advice. Just stay away from half spider women, and that's not just in Japan. That's just in general.
Is that a big problem?
Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying that's just in general. Stay away from half spider women. What if she was like woman on top or woman on the bottom and spider on top? Would that make it more or less weird?
Well, it depends, right? Because spiders, I don't think can move their head down. So does that mean like their thorax or whatever, and like their head, like they constantly look straight up, and they're just like they can't see, and they're like
the thorax is the back part. That's
no, I thought it was the abdomen.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Spider.
I'm not a spiderologist. Yeah.
But like, so like their head doesn't go down. So
I mean, wouldn't that make more sense if she was trying to seduce? Like,
who wants to kiss a spider head?
Well, I don't think they're worried about her head
with like the mandibles
whenever she doesn't have any pants on.
Yeah, but like when you see all them legs like flapping around and like the pincers, like I feel like I'm like, ugh.
I don't know. I don't know if it'd be worse or better. That's all I'm asking. I don't.
You know what I think we're doing right now? We're flirting with a gray line. We're flirting with a gray line.
Leave it in the comments. Which is worse or better? Spider on top, woman on the bottom, woman on top, spider on the bottom.
Yeah,
leave that in the comments.
Well, you know what?
We're gonna put a poll up.
Hey, not just woman, right? Not just woman, because I feel like it's just as creepy the other way too. If it's spider on top and then just a dangle, just swaying in the wind.
Oh, like a man on,
yeah, like a penis. It's got penis just floating down there. But spider on top.
It's like a spider tar. Is that what that is?
Well, I thought tar was the horse. Well, no, because I guess you have a minotaur, which would be like a cow. So would it be a spider tar?
Possibly, yeah. I mean,
or what if it's humo spider? If it's human on top?
No, it'd still be a spider tar.
I don't.
Because a minotaur's cow on the.
Well, let me ask you this: if you're
body,
if you're spider on top,
although minotaurs are weird because they have like cow heads, but then like cow legs too, and then, like, human middle portions.
Right. And if you're a spider person, if you're human on or spider on top, human on bottom, do you still shoot webbing?
I can't imagine you do, right?
If you machine gun them.
I mean, I can't. Well. Yeah, you might. You're like machine gun,
and you see women go.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I think we've done enough damage, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. We've ruined the brand. So
we have. Is there anything you want to tell the fine folks about, Jeff?
Yeah, you can actually check us out. I mean, Eli and I on a different podcast if you'd like. It's Lore Masters of the Absurd, where we cover films from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Sometimes 2000s, depends on what mood we're in, but mostly it's the those classic films that everybody's forgot about, some for good reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's You can check us out on Lord Masters Absurd on anywhere you find your podcast. You can check us out on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, all at Lord Masters of the Absurd.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. It's more shenanigans. That's kind of what
Yes,
we're known
yeah.
for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's different, but still
Yeah.
shenanigans.
We're
So.
like you and I are like the would we be the shenanigan police or like shenanigan ambassadors?
Probably ambassadors. I don't think
Maybe
we're the
or
police. I mean, we don't regulate
senators?
shenanigans. Senator, well, the
So
senator.
well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
true. We could be senators. We
yeah.
define the shenanigans.
We define
We
shenanigans.
define shenanigans. Uh Thanks for listening to another Campfire Tales. If you enjoyed this, or if you've listened before, then you know where to find us, the Wicked Wild. Uh you can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts. Um you can also catch us on YouTube and see our beautiful faces, especially the faces Jeff and I were making tonight as we were discussing um how to survive in various poo no poo situations.
Yep.
And the childlike glee in Jeff's face when he learned of the machine gun.
I feel like that is the ultimate weapon against any of these ghosts.
Like just machine gun him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
just machine gun.
Yep.
So you can check us out on YouTube or we listen to podcasts. If it's YouTube, like, follow, subscribe, leave comments. If it's where you listen to your podcast, 5-star reviews. It's April. It's spring. What happens with spring? New year, new you. If it's new you, give 5 stars. If it's iTunes, leave a comment. Tell us what's worse: spider on top, human on the bottom, or human on top, spider on the bottom. Also, sub answer: if it's spider on top, human on bottom, do they still shoot women?
Mm.
That's what I feel like that's a
We want to know.
we want to know. We want to know. You can also check out Wicked Wild's website, wickedwild.com. You can also follow us on the Twitters, Wicked Wild We Are, and on Slasher, the horror-like version of Twitter, Wicked Wild We Are. You can follow us all there. And we'll catch you guys all down the next time. And as they say, don't poop in public bathrooms or on a train. Machine gun.